What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters, and welcome to NoLifeTilMetal. Going to be doing a NoLifeTilMetal graphics and records update. Going to be doing two parts. I've got part one is going to be all stuff from NoLifeTilMetal and Rocks Records. NoLifeTilMetal being the sister label or the partnership with Rocks Records. And then the second one's going to be all from another label, and I will show those shortly. But first, let's get into the stuff from NoLifeTilMetal and Rocks. So this is a NoLifeTilMetal release. This is a CD-only EP from Primal. This is Primal's third release. Primal being made up of ex-members of Hyrax. I believe the drummer and guitar player Glenn Rogers were both in Hyrax, and Glenn Rogers, of course, was also in Heretic and Deliverance, among others. And then the singer was in V8 and Logos, which is a gosh, I can't remember the name of the Argentina band. I believe it was from Argentina. And then the bass player, Caesar, he was actually in the band Steel Vengeance way back in the day in the 80s with Glenn Rogers as well. So a little 7-song EP. It's got a cover track on there. I believe the cover track is from an old V8 song. It's got a Spanish version of their song from the last album called End Times. It's got 2 brand new tracks on there, Iron Age and Mirror, and then it's got 3 tracks total, 3 other Primal tracks as well. So really cool EP. I believe it's only $10. You can get this at NoLifeTilMetalRecords.com. Support the band, support underground metal, and yeah, it's a really good album. I love Primal. They're pretty much like the NoLifeTilMetal house band these days, because this is the third release we've done with them. So, all right, next up, this is a brand new release from Soul Sign. As you can see, it's got a hype sticker. The hype sticker was on the plastic, so I took mine off and just threw it in the sleeve. But you can see the little hype sticker says, featuring Mark Bowles, Yngwie Malmsteen, Julie John Roth, Ted Nugent, Bjorn England of, gosh, can't see the little type right now. It's bad allergy season, man. My eyes are all red. I put some Visine before the show so I wouldn't like disgust everybody. But in any case, Bjorn England from Dio's Disciples and Quiet Riot, he played in for a while, and Yngwie Malmsteen, and I've seen his name on some Lizzie Borden albums as well. I know he's done some like background vocals and stuff like that with them. Mike Cancina, and then Rob Math, and all these guys. Mike Cancina was in Lynch Mob. Rob Math was in Leatherwolf for a while, but yeah, so kind of an all-star lineup. But what you got here is just straight up melodic rock, and like I said, here's the sticker that was on the front. Here's the. I did not design the cover. The cover came designed already from the band. I did do the layout. So here's the center. You can see the whole band there, and I worked directly with the band on this one. But you can see the liner notes, lots of lyrics in here, little different backgrounds, but it's all like really red desert scenes. Excuse me. Red desert scenes behind all the type. Yeah, it came out nice. It's a nice layout. There you go. And then the actual CD itself, if I can get the thing back in the case, is there. Basically the cover. Another photo of the band on the inside. And the back, and you can hear the first song in here, which is called "Clean Soil," on the NoLifeTilMetal channel, and it's just basically melodic hard rock, heavy metal, whatever you want to call it. There's also a cool bass solo on here called "Alone 3A1711338." No idea what those numbers and letters mean, but I really enjoyed this one. I've only had it for, gosh, maybe 2 weeks now, and I've already played it 3 or 4 times, and I'm quite liking it. Very, very good. Of course, Mark Bowles is a fantastic vocalist. All right, next up, let's see here. We've got, that's all the CDs for now. I have vinyl here. I do have this one on CD and vinyl. I didn't pull the CD, but it's got the same cover art. But this is on Rocks Records, and this is California thrash band Martyr. These guys were around in the early 80s. They're kind of a crossover thrash band. Their early stuff was very, very punk, pushing towards thrash, and the more they moved on, they became more of a thrash metal band. Eventually, the band broke up in the late 80s, and then the guitar player and a couple other guys went on to form Betrayal, who you may or may not know. And excuse me, allergies drive me up a wall. Thought I was going to sneeze. It's called Once Upon a Tale. Front cover, back cover. The cover art is all made up of old Martyr flyers, as is the back cover. tons of different old concert flyers from the 80s, and then it's got a 4-panel insert. The cover again. The backs, you can see more of the flyers and merch and some band photos. And on the inside, you've got lyrics, another band photo in color. That's got some write-ups on what the album's about. From Chris Ackerman, who of course was the vocalist for Betrayal. Kind of a long history of the band, which is really nice. There's also a little member of all the different band members who played on the different tracks. Like I said, lyrics. There's 2 new songs on here. But yeah, just old school 80s thrash metal from Martyr. Of course, there's more than one band called Martyr around. But these guys were around, like I said, in the early 80s. And great band. Let me show you the vinyl on this one too, because the vinyl's really pretty. Pretty vinyl. It's pretty. It's kind of a gold with a black swirl. Let's see how well you can see that on there. And with all Rox Records released, you can see the Rox Records logo on the back. But yeah, it's not high fidelity. I mean, it's lo-fi stuff. These were all like a lot of demos and stuff that was recorded during the 80s. So it's not like they had digital back then. But if you're into that old, raunchy style crossover thrash metal, this thing's fantastic. And I can tell you that these guys have this like kind of underground cult following, because these things sold like crazy for the Rox label. So people have been asking for this Martyr stuff for years, and it's finally been released, and there's more stuff coming. These guys are actually got back together and are working on new albums. So there you go. Once Upon a Tale by Martyr. And I talked about this one in my last NoLifeTilMetal graphics update. I showed you the test pressing, but it's finally in. The very first Anger is Art. As you can see, it's got the 2x6 hype sticker on it, which says Thrash Metal debut album featuring Steve Gaines of Abattoir and Bloodlust. Front, back. It's remastered. It's been specifically mastered for vinyl and CD, so you can get the CD as well. We've got the very cool cover art. We actually put the Anger is Art logo up in the corner instead of, I think it just had text on it before that said Anger is Art. It's got a nice insert in it. Great picture of Steve Gaines live right there. Liner notes, a fantastic write-up from Steve Gaines about the whole album, little history of the band, lyrics, and then another picture of the full band on the inside. Yeah, this is just awesome thrash metal. There is a few live tracks on here as well. So you've got Side A, Attitude Adjustment, I Create Your God, Wide Awake, Hate in My Heart, Hell in My Head, Anger is Art, New War, Wait for the Hammer, and Blood in My Enemies. And then it's got a few live tracks on the end. It's got a live version of Hate in My Heart, Hell in My Head, Everybody Dies, Anger is Art, and a cover of Sepultura's Troops of Doom. Early live recordings, and the live recordings are good. They're very, the sound quality is good. So you don't have to be worried about, being crappy bonus tracks. In fact, they're not even bonus tracks. I mean, those were on the original CD release that came out many, many moons ago. Originally, this came out, and it was Steve Gaines was just basically making his own copies and sending those out. Eventually, they got picked up by a small European label, which put out the full album with the live tracks and this cover art. And then, of course, I worked on it and updated it, and I did the layout for this, the graphics, chose all the colors, scanned all the photos in, and it came out really nice. I'm really happy with this one. I love Anger is Art. They're one of my favorite thrash bands now. I mean, these guys got, 6-7 albums out now. Fantastic band out of LA. All right, next up, like I said, I talked about this one in the last video too, but I showed the test pressing, the Hades Live on Location. This is a fantastic live album, and it's available on CD too. I should have pulled the CD to show you. I mean, I might have it right here. I do. I'm going to show you that as well, because the CD is really nice. I also just happen to have the Martyr CD sitting right here too, in case anybody's interested in the CD version. Everything that's in the CD or in the vinyl is in the CD and more. Same tracks on both the CD and the vinyl, but there's just more room for more photos inside there. So, but yeah, this live album is fantastic. First time ever that this album actually has a decent cover. I did do the cover art from a photograph that the band sent me. It was a very rough photo, but I spent some time, cleaned it up, and it came out, as you can see, very nice. And throughout the release, there is pictures from that live show, which is really nice because I own, like, I'm gonna say 3 versions of this on CD. I'm a huge Hades fan, so I pretty much buy everything they put out. I think I own 2 versions. I think I've owned up to 3 versions. All of them had, you know, okay covers, but they just didn't work for the live album. Now we've got a real true live photo, front and back. And then let's see, here's the insert inside here. So it's got a, there's no lyrics in this one. There's liner notes and band photo from that era, late 80s, and a really cool collage just packed full of memorabilia and flyers and photos and guitar picks and backstage passes, cassettes, and you can actually see right here, that's one of the live on location CDs, which is basically a studio picture of the band. There's probably other ones in here. I'm sure it's not the only one I threw in here. There's also, this is one released on vinyl once before in Germany too, and it had a different cover. It's kind of hard to see, but it's right there. That cover had some live photos, but it was really poorly laid out and hard to see. But it's a fantastic live show. This was supposed to be their goodbye show, their farewell show to their fans on the East Coast, and you know, that tri-state New Jersey, Connecticut, New Jersey area, New Jersey, Connecticut, New York area. And excuse me, I should have showed the vinyl and the Anger's Art. The Anger's Art vinyl is orange. This is a really nice emerald green. You can see custom center label, and is with all No Life to Metal records. Is the fist on the back. And but yes, the version that came out in Germany, for some reason they left this track off, and I don't know why, because it fits perfectly fine on one vinyl. So this is the first time this has ever had the entire, the entire recording on one LP. And they do some, of course, they do stuff like Night Stalker and The Leaders and Opinionate and those, their classic thrash metal tracks. But they also do like The Cross, which is one that they hadn't done in years. The Cross was a song that they recorded for a 7-inch single, gosh, back in the early 80s. And so anyhow, it was just cool that they pulled out some older tracks for this final show. But yeah, I did the entire layout, graphics, cover art, everything for this one. So really happy with the Hades album. All these are available at NoLifeTilMetalRecords.com. You can also get the Martyr there as well. Let me quickly show you I want to show you 2 things. First, I'm going to show you the Anger's Art vinyl, because for some reason I neglected to show it to you the first time. All these come in black poly sleeves. But you can see it's this gorgeous orange vinyl. Looks like a piece of candy almost. And as with all, it has the fist on the back, just like every other No Life Till Metal Records release. Pardon my scratchy voice and whatnot. Allergies are driving me up a freaking wall today. All right, and then I do want to show you the CD version of the Hades as well, because it's a deluxe version, and it comes with a what do you call those things? They're officially called O cards, but most people call them a slipcase, which is what it is. It's a slipcase. But as you can see, it's got a bunch of bonus tracks. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 bonus tracks on this thing, on top of what's on the vinyl. MES, Technical Difficulties, Diplomatic Immunity, Ground Zero, New York City, and Active Contrition. And those 4 tracks were added and requested by guitarist Dan Lorenzo. But you could kind of see the regular live cover, and it's got the same studio photo of the band on the inside like you saw on the insert. It's got a really nice booklet with lots of band photos, the collage that you saw on the vinyl, your liner notes and whatnot. So there you go. Here's the actual CD itself. Got that live photo from the front, and then there's the inside of the tray. So yeah, real nice package. First time No Life to Metal's ever done a slipcase, but we wanted just to have the deluxe packaging, and we wanted to have some extra stuff on it because there's lots of CD versions out there. So we wanted you to, there'd be a reason to buy it. It's also remastered by Rob Caldwell, and the sound quality has never been this good. Guarantee it. Even the band was impressed by the sound quality. So there you go on that. So that's it for the No Life to Metal records update. I will be coming back part 2 with a NoLifeTilMetal graphics update, which is all stuff from mostly from Brutal Planet and Retroactive Records. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below. I'll leave a link so you can buy this stuff if you're interested. You know, I appreciate the support, since, you know, this is kind of what I do for a living. And that's it. God bless. Stay strong.